All right, what is up, guys? So, a couple years back, I made the decision that I wanted to get lean and get rid of my belly fat. I had spent the first 1 to 2 years of my fitness journey just bulking up and trying to gain size, but eventually I looked at myself and I was like, oh man, I've gotten kind of fat. So, I made the decision that I wanted to get lean, get abs, get all the good stuff that everybody really wants. And in today's video, I'm really just gonna share with you exactly how I did it as someone who is really just an average guy. I didn't start off with amazing genetics. I didn't start off with, 8-pack washboard abs. A matter of fact, when I first made the decision to get lean, I had actually just finished my quote unquote super bulk, and this is what I look like. So as you can see, I clearly was a lot higher in body fat percentage. So if that's you, then get excited because again, this is just an average guy who was able to do it. And in today's video, I'll explain exactly how you can too.
And just so you guys know, this is what I used to look like. Like I said, I'm not someone who started off with great genetics or anything like that, just a normal dude. And the reason I'm showing you this is because maybe for a lot of people, you have been in a position where you're like, I want to get in good shape, but all these influencers or whatever, you've watched their videos and you're like, clearly they just, they started off in a different position than what I'm in. But for me personally, this is what I used to look like. This is where I was. And, as you can see, it's just a very normal guy. I was overweight and out of shape. And through utilizing the proper principles of fitness, dieting, and exercise, I was able to completely transform my body to the point where I'm at now. So I was able to gain a lot of muscle mass and also get lean as well. Now, I've made a lot of mistakes along the way, but in this video, I'll pretty much just show you and fast track you to the point where I am now because I would definitely change some things if I could go back in time and redo it. But pretty much just show you how I lost my belly, how I lost my body fat and got lean and got into good shape. All right, guys. So pretty much the overview on how to lose belly fat. Well, first things first, I want to just kind of go over a couple myths. Really, the big myth is that this idea of spot reduction. So you can't spot reduce fat away. And spot reduction basically is this idea that if you do a targeted exercise or activity in a specific area on your body that you can pretty much just burn the fat away in that area, which on its face doesn't make any sense if you think about it. But a lot of people have this idea that if they do like a billion crunches, that they will have abs. And while you might be able to grow the abs the same way that you grow any other muscle through exercise and weightlifting, you won't be able to expose your abs like you want. So I mean, think about it this way. If you could do that, like if you could just do a bunch of crunches and spot reduce the fat in your abdominal region, like wouldn't that be kind of crazy if you could just be like morbidly obese but then have shredded abs? Like it really doesn't make sense. So you can't spot reduce. No amount of sit-ups will get you abs if you're obese. Getting abs simply means lowering your body fat percentage enough so that you can expose the definition in your abdominal muscles. And so, what can you actually do? Well, the way that you can get rid of your belly fat is it just happens naturally as you lower your overall body fat percentage. And so, basically, what we need to do is if we want to get rid of that belly fat, we need to be in a caloric deficit and just lower the overall body fat percentage. And losing the belly fat will happen naturally through that process.
All right, and real quick, guys, I know that this video is only about 8 to 10 minutes, and I'm going to provide as much value as I possibly can within this time frame. But if you're more interested in getting a more comprehensive overview, I actually do have a course in the description down below. It's several hours long. It's literally everything I know about fitness, and I just pretty much poured it out into one comprehensive course. So if you're looking to get into shape, get more muscle without having to do all the overthinking, then check it out. Anyways, let's get back to the video.
All right, guys. Now, in terms of the actual step-by-step process, the day-to-day stuff that you can incorporate into your life to get rid of your belly fat and get lean, there's really three pillars that I have here. And I think that if you are able to successfully integrate these three things into your life, you're going to find that getting lean and losing your belly fat is actually not as difficult as it might seem. So the very first thing that we want to do, guys, is we want to remove processed foods from our diet. In my opinion, this is the best dieting hack that you can possibly do. I know that there's a lot of different fad diets. There's a bunch of different stuff that you've probably seen online, but my whole goal is to just make this super duper simple for you guys. And I think that the biggest thing you can do is just remove the processed foods from your diet. So processed foods would be like all the stuff that your ancestors didn't have access to, like all the fast food, all the highly processed sugars, the chocolate cake or the, McDonald's or whatever, just that stuff that it's all really artificial stuff. So what I would do is I would replace that with like good whole animal-based high protein diet. So things like steak, eggs, chicken, even rice, like that stuff's all okay. Just a lot cleaner foods that are really going to provide a nutritional value to your body. So, if you do this first thing, I can guarantee you're going to already see huge progress just from that alone. The second thing that we want to do is we want to incorporate weightlifting. Now, hopefully you're already weightlifting, but if you're not, then please use this as some inspiration and encouragement to start weightlifting. It doesn't have to be like this really big deal. You don't have to go every single day for 3 hours a day, but really we just want to go about 3 times a week for about 30 to 45 minutes. That's all you really need. But if you're a young man, if you're looking to have a healthy body and look good, get the aesthetics, get lean, then weightlifting is going to be a part of that because ultimately getting lean is a big portion of the equation. But the other portion of the equation is having enough muscle mass so that when you are lean, you look good and you feel good. And then the last part of this equation is really just going to be time, patience, or you might even just call that consistency and discipline. I know that in this era of social media, we're really addicted to that instant gratification. We see something online, you're probably watching this video thinking, I want to get lean right now. And I wish that that's how it worked, but ultimately in real life, in the real world, all actual goals are completed through delayed gratification. And if you've never heard of the term delayed gratification, well, it pretty much just means doing something consistently with discipline so that you actually see results from it. It's not, the instant gratification that we want, which would be, getting lean overnight. How do I get abs overnight? But unfortunately, it's just not how fitness works. It's something that you have to do consistently over time. And, that just means having a little bit of patience with yourself. And that's okay, because that's part of the process. All right, guys, and just a couple closing thoughts. I say this stuff in all of my videos, but if you're new here, then I just want to emphasize the part that this is a process, and it's really important to remember that you need to have patience with yourself, and leave a little space for grace. We're all human, and nothing ever goes perfect. If you fall off the diet, or if you have a setback, that's okay. Trust me, I've been there. And just remember that's part of it. Part of the process of getting fit is making the mistakes so you can learn from them. So that's all right. Just, be patient with yourself. And if you do mess up, just get back on the wagon the next day. But yeah, anyways, I hope this video helped you guys. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.